Awesome, awesome. Everything is getting up. There we go. We got it connected on all 3 platforms.
Welcome everybody to Intensity Broadcasting's broadcast tonight of the iOS Truck Series here at Auto Club Speedway. This is the second playoff race, and this is going to be a cutoff race tonight. I'm joined tonight by Atlee Atman Weeks. Atlee, how you doing tonight?
We got points on the line here at Auto Club. This is actually the first time that I've ever watched a race at Auto Club. I just bought the track, so this is going to be my first impression of Auto Club. That's not a NASCAR race, and although, in my opinion, Auto Club was one of the most forgotten races on the NASCAR schedule, if you think about it, there was always great racing at Auto Club. So I'm excited to see what's going to happen with, the playoffs on the line, and it's Auto Club.
Speaking of playoffs, let's take a look at our point standings as of right now. And Colin Willems with the win last week, locked in Isaiah Gill, Devin Puccino, Logan Hagerman. They're your front runners right now. Brian Newty, Gregory Froelich, Colton Kinsey, Brian Merle Jr. on the bubble. And right now on the outside looking in, you got Joseph Wright, Dustin Dean, TJ Floyd, and Eddie Morris. But win and you're in tonight. I mean, Eddie or TJ could really surprise people, get that win tonight, and move themselves up. Also, somebody like Colton Kinsey or Brian Merle Jr. have a bad night, they're going to be knocked right out of the playoffs. So it's really anybody's race right now.
There's a lot of pressure going on right now on a lot of those drivers that you just named, Eddie Morris, TJ Floyd. And first, it all comes down to qualifying, which is happening right now. And right now, we got the 68 of Devin Puccino getting a 41.63, jumps to the top of the board. One of the only drivers to break into the 41.6s.
Yeah, there's guys out there just starting their qualifying. There's some fast trucks out there tonight. See, Isaiah Gill hasn't started his qualifying attempt just yet.
And Dustin Dean is stuck in the wall.
Oh, jeez.
He's spinning his wheels. He's stuck. He can't move anywhere.
It is knocking down the wall right there as you see that. So that's not going to be a good way to get that qualifying run. Brian Newty out on track, though.
See how well he can do. Looking for his first one of the season.
The horseshoe removal was a success. It's great to hear that you're able to remove that horseshoe, Newty. I know that was causing you some pain. So luckily you were able to get that done. See, Stephen Black also on track right now. A new paint job for him tonight. Black and pink.
Really?
Sharp looking truck right there. As Brian
and Newty, top of the board. 41.43. That's 0.2 faster than Devin Puccino. Right now, that 40 machine is on a whole nother level.
So we'll have to see where Stephen Black comes as he's coming across the line right here.
11th. Oh, no. Third. My bad.
Moves up to third with a 68.
Sean Spinoza on Facebook says, I've never seen a truck actually stuck in the wall.
So safer barriers, they're soft, so sometimes they just reach out and grab the truck. So it's been known to happen on iRacing a couple times.
It's terrifying for sure.
So we see Jackson Qualley out on track right now, young man from Medicine Hat, Alberta. Ooh, gets a little loose there. He's going to come across the line.
Oh, that was interesting. Let's see, will he improve? He does, despite getting loose. He improves on that time. 42.15 keeps him on 14th. And Brian Newty says that 40 is trash. I don't disagree. Go Colin, number 18 for life. I'm just joking, but Colin, we got the bot squad starting to show up.
Yeah, the first bot of the night, so the one named Brian Newty. So I don't think that's the real Brian Newty. I just think that's a bot tonight. But yeah, we'll have to see where the bot squad is tonight. I see 19 people watching right now. So as we see Isaiah Gill on track right now. Isaiah could easily move himself up to the top of the board here.
He's been fast in the waning races before the playoffs, including getting a win. 2 wins, actually.
He's going to move himself into the 16th spot.
See if he can improve on a second lap.
Yep. And we've got quite a few viewers tonight over on YouTube. So we got 1 on Twitch, 7 on YouTube, and 12 on Facebook. So if you haven't already, don't forget to like, follow, subscribe. Hit that little thumbs up button. Let us know what you like to see. And don't forget to comment. You can make some talk in the chat here. We'll talk back to you. Michael Lawrence Cheeseburger says, yeah, that 40 better move. As Isaiah Gill's coming to the stripe here. And he is going to move into the 4th position.
4th spot. That is not bad. 41.68.
As he loses it, and it wasn't even a restart. That's impressive. And he holds on to it. That's pretty good. All that practice he's had at Atlanta and Richmond this year. What else is on track right now? Eddie Morris making his qualifying attempt. Just rolling out on track. And you'll see the cars that have the green banners above the windshield. Those guys are going to be your playoff drivers. So you see Eddie's got that big playoff banner up on the windshield there.
That was actually really, really cool.
Devin
Helps
Bacino.
differentiate.
Devin Bacino says, like, comment, subscribe, tweet, share. You got it. Do it all. Ooh, Eddie really loose. Letting that thing all hang out.
Loose is fast.
We'll take a look at the track after the track temperature after this qualifying attempt. I know, Atlee, I ran a race here with the original Rebels on Easter. Just before Easter, it was this track, and the track temperature was 116 degrees. Very slick, but it was a blast. It was a lot of fun. You were slip sliding, but there was enough grip, and it was just so much fun.
I love a loose track. It makes you really drive it, but I like it. See if ooh, gets a teensy tiny bit sideways.
Really letting that thing hang out. And Eddie's going to come across the line. This is his first lap.
Where are you at? Oh, 18th.
So maybe just a little too loose right now.
I bet he'll improve on it.
Oh, he gets up into the wall, and that's going to...
That soils the run.
Yeah, that's going to end that all right there. High, wide, and handsome tonight, Buccino says. Absolutely, a little too high, wide, and handsome.
Absolutely, eh? Oh, and another getting to the wall again. That's not good. Yeah, he's not going to improve on that one.
So we'll take a look real quick at our track information.
See it.
And yeah, track temperature 112 degrees. So yeah, we're going to have a real slick track tonight. 90 laps here at Auto Club. I don't think I have that right. That is incorrect. I apologize for that misinformation there. But it's going to be 67 laps here at Auto Club. And 2-mile track here. Very wide. Lots of banking. Lots of room. These guys are going to be all over the place tonight. As we're going to take a look at the grid. As these guys are going to start lining up.
Check her out.
On pole tonight in that 40 machine, Brian Nudie with a 431. Devin Pacino on the outside of him, rolling off second. Stephen Black in the 98, he'll be in third, and Isaiah Gill in the fourth spot.
Then we got fifth, we got the 75 of Stony Benfield with Intensity Racing Team. Logan Hagerman starts sixth. Kyle May seventh, and then outside of him, we have Alan Warnecki.
The 21 of Dustin Dean rolls off in the ninth spot, and outside of him in row 5 will be Michael White. Michael Lawrence in the 47 in 11th, and Colin Willems, our fan favorite, in 12th.
Then we got Joseph Wright in the 82, starting 13th. Brian Merle Jr. with 2 pedals, 1 clutch. 14th, got Jackson Qualley. 15th, and then James F. Moore in that 61 machine. He's going to be starting the field in 16th.
Mike Rentz in the 91 and 17th. Eddie Morris in the 8 machine, rounding out spot 18. David Wright, Joe's brother, in the 5, 19th. And Sylvan Segoyan make up row number 10.
You got 21st, Colton Kinsey, who is our wreckage replay for the night. Greg Froelich starting 22nd. Got Mr. Blake Hensley starting the field in 23rd. And then got Derek Chaput in the 37, starting 24th.
And then Dylan Redding in the 25th position. Michael Provolt in 26th. TJ Floyd, Matt Knights, and Brandon White are going to round out the field here at Auto Club.
What a motley crew.
Should be a good one tonight, as Blake Hensley last night had quite the run going. Started in the back, drove up through the field, had a great run, ended up speeding on pit road, and then second time he came in the pits, he lost it coming into the pits and ended up getting stuck at the entrance of pit lane in the wall, in the sand barrels there. So unfortunate night for him. We see Cassie Willems saying, let's go Colin in the 18. Here comes the bot squad.
And as you can see, the number 68 of Devin Buccino is currently running in the Pelicans Snowball car. And born from a New Orleans tradition of combining smooth, fluffy snow with bold flavors, Pelican Snowball has been serving over 100 fantastic flavors to its customers for almost 20 years. Come by and visit them to find your favorite flavor. And they actually have locations all over the U.S., from Alabama to Texas, Florida, Kentucky, Mississippi, New York, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, California, Georgia, Louisiana, New Jersey, North Carolina, and South Carolina. So find a location and find a flavor that you like at Pelican Snowball. You got Wild Thing, spontaneous flavor, mix of almost everything, so they mix in all the flavors. There's toothpaste, which tastes like toothpaste, and so much more. So check out Pelican Snowball, and we're about to go green here.
Yep, Brian Nudie's going to lead them to the field here. Green flags in the air.
Green, green.
Also, you got that 68 machine rocking that Pelicans Snowball as they're side by side going into turn 1. Stephen Black giving Brian Nudie a nice little push here into turn 1, and you can already see these guys are fanning out 3 wide in the back.
We're side by side for third place. Got Stephen Black, Isaiah Gill going at it. It always seems like Isaiah Gill wins when Stephen Black is having his best night. So Isaiah Gill, he gets ahead of Stephen Black side by side for first. Now Buccino on the bottom. He takes the lead from Mr. Brian Nudie.
And he's going to slide up right in front of Nudie here as you see him. Oh, Nudie's going to cross him over here at the line. Great move for him.
And he's got the nose coming into turns 1 and 2. Let's see if he can get a great run in the corner here. He does. And he's able to get clear of Devin Buccino once again, but I don't think that's the final switch up of the lead between these two, as Devin Buccino's right on his bumper.
Great view down the backstretch. You can see how everybody's just kind of spread out. As one unique thing about Auto Club, just how wide it is. You'll see so many different lines here. Some people like Nudie like it right down on the bottom. You saw Isaiah Gill right up against the wall. You saw Buccino right in the middle. So everybody's kind of got their own line here. Some guys like to run high against the wall down the front stretch here. Brian Nudie all the way down onto the apron.
Depends. Everybody has their preferences.
A little further back, Joseph Wright starting to work out to the inside of Stony Benfield. He's starting to come some places.
Stoney Benfield started 5th, and he's fallen all the way down to 11th. So I don't think he wants to lose yet another spot.
Battle here between Dustin Dean and Colin Willems. And Dustin's going to... Looks like he's going to try to do a slide job up in front of Colin, but thinks better of it. As Brian Nudi's now starting to pull away just a little bit.
And he's almost got it to 5/10 over Devin Buccino right now. See if he can keep it coming. Increase that lead. Devin Buccino's got Isaiah Gill right on his back bumper. And Stephen Black's also joining the party behind them as well. And there's almost a little bit of a draft here at Auto Club.
Yeah, these guys are pretty much wide open all the way around. We'll jump on board with Isaiah Gill here. Listen to see how much he's actually lifting.
Apron. You also take a look at his line as well. Running on that high side, right against the wall.
Yeah, and you heard he really didn't get out of the gas too much there as he gets a great run.
Oh,
catches the wall.
We saw that up close and personal right there. And here comes Stephen Black under Isaiah Gill. And that 98, here he comes, running that low line. He gets clear of the two. He's gonna move it up the track. He's still got him right next to him. Oh, we see Logan Hagerman. Alan Warnecki makes some contact. Hagerman gets loose, but he saves it.
Yeah, Hagerman's got a little bit of damage now to the right side of that machine.
They stay side by side on the back straightaway between Stephen Black, but Stephen Black now, he's going to fall in line behind Isaiah Gill. And we got some side-by-side action between Logan Hagerman and Michael White.
Yeah, I don't know how much that damage is going to hurt Hagerman here as he's starting to fall back just a little bit. You see a big crinkle there on that right rear fender just behind the wheel, and that's a very detrimental part of this truck because that's where your side force comes from, and if that's got a little dent there, that could cause some problems. As we see Michael White working around Warnecki now. He's going to slide up. Oh, Warnecki might have just caught the wall a little bit.
Michael White's looking pretty fast at the moment. See if he can get up there, make his way up through the field.
And no, your eyes are not deceiving you. This track is that bumpy. These trucks are bouncing all over the place when they come down the backstretch. How about Dustin Dean coming into the mix now?
He's chasing Warnecki and Hagerman, who are battling right now. As Logan Hagerman continues to fall back through the field with that crinkled right front. He throws a hard block on Warnecki.
Ooh, almost a little contact between Dustin Dean and Warnecki there. Dustin's going to get by Hagerman here easily.
I don't know if they put hydraulics in these cars, or excuse me, these trucks, but they look like they were bouncing up and down on the back straightaway. It's crazy how bumpy this track is.
Well, back up front now. Stephen Black to the inside of Isaiah Gill, and here comes Devin Buccino back in the Pelican snowball machine.
How many times can we say Pelican snowball tonight?
Hopefully enough to get their attention so they start to pay us for this.
There goes Stephen Black pulling in behind Isaiah Gill. You're right, the important part.
Yep. We can already see Isaiah Gill's caught Brian Nudi now.
Michael White pulling into fourth. And he's going to try to chase those two who are battling right now. Like you mentioned, Stephen Black, Isaiah Gill. And Stephen Black now is looking at the top prize, first place. He's going to try to make a pass under Brian Nudi. Side by side on the back straightaway at the moment.
Great view from the nose of Michael White. You can really see how bumpy this track really is. as they go into the corner here. And Michael White with a head of steam, trying to make it 3 wide now.
That 09 has really been flying up the field in these past few laps. He's got to be one of the favorites so far at Auto Club.
Well, we know who the fan favorite is, as Cassie Willems, Corley Mathers, Nick Mathers, and Abriana Dixon all just cheering on Colin.
He right now is sitting pretty in 8th at the moment. Let's see if he can try to potentially get up there to Logan Hagerman. He's the next car he's going to try to knock down a position.
Yep, he is on the, he was just on the screen at the far side as Stephen Black has taken over the lead now.
Later. We're side by side for second between...
Oh, Isaiah Gill catches the wall. 3 wide, Dustin Dean, Michael White, Isaiah Gill.
This is a recipe for disaster.
No, well, it's wide enough. I think these guys will be able to take it 3 wide without an issue here as they come through turns 1 and 2.
Famous last words. But Michael White able to get clear of Dustin Dean and Isaiah Gill. And then Isaiah Gill gets clear of Dustin Dean.
Oh, Isaiah Gill back into the wall.
That's been plaguing a lot of drivers so far, I've noticed. There goes Dustin Dean below Isaiah Gill. He's going to try to get up there to Michael White now.
Here comes Colin Willems behind this battle as well.
That was scary. He almost wasn't clear of Isaiah Gill, and we see Colin Willems coming into frame. Along with Devin Buccino, you could throw a blanket over 3rd through 7th.
And again, you can see how many different lines these guys are running through the corner.
It's driver preference. And they tested it all throughout practice and qualifying to find, what works. The track is always changing as well.
And I didn't even see what lap the stage ends on tonight, but it looks like the stage is going to be... Oh, the stage was lap number 12, so your winner of the stage was Stephen Black. Brian Newty, Michael White, Dustin Dean, Isaiah Gill. The way they're running right now was the way that they finished the stage.
I don't think that's going to last for very long, as you could throw a blanket over those... Oh, nope, never mind. I thought that's 2nd through 4th. Stephen Black is running away on a Sunday drive at the moment.
Oh, side by side I saw.
Ooh. See Dustin Dean trying to get under Michael White. Dean's been chasing that 09 for a while now. 09's trying to get under Mr. Brian Newty.
Here comes Colin Willems to the inside of Isaiah Gill. And at the same time, Michael White going around Brian Newty for that 2nd spot.
He goes now. Now that Michael White's got some clean track in front of him, as I say that, here comes Brian Newty on the high side, trying to take that position back. But if Michael White can get some clear track in front of him, let's see if he might try to track down Stephen Black, who's now got a 2nd lead over that 09 machine.
Oh, the 09 in the wall.
Uh-oh, that's going to hurt.
That's going to kill his momentum as everybody's trying to avoid him.
So now Dustin Dean slides in front of that 40 car, takes 2nd place. He's now going to try to track down Stephen Black.
And a new player is entered the battle here. Here comes a 55 of Kyle Mays, taking it 3 wide down the backstretch.
We have not said his name all race, but now we're going to have to say it because here he comes trying to get into 4th place as he does get clear of Isaiah Gill. And he's going to try to track down Brian Newty, who has fallen to 3rd. Oh, crossover. Isaiah Gill gets under that 55 machine.
Here comes the 09 of Michael White back to the bottom of Colin Willems.
See if he can get by that 18. He falls in line behind the 18. 18's going to try to look under Isaiah Gill. Alan Willems, here he goes.
Battles all over the track right now.
Except for first. Steve Black almost got his lead to 2 seconds right now.
Speaking of battles all over the track, way back in the field, TJ Floyd, one of our playoff drivers, Michael Lawrence back here, 75 is Stony Benfield. These guys are all racing each other like it's the last lap back here. You'll see these guys, Mike Renson is as well as TJ Floyd all over the back bumper.
Actually, that's actually something that I'm going to look for. I'm going to try to find where all of the playoff drivers are right now.
While you do that, up front here, Logan Hagerman just got around. I'm sorry, he was just battling with Michael White and Devin Buccino. And a new player into the mix as well, the 74 of Brian Merle Jr. And the 82 of Joseph Wright coming into the picture.
So I'm going to go from 1st to 12th right now. Colin Willems in the 18. He is in 5th place. Isaiah Gill, 2nd in points. He is in 6th. Devin Buccino, who is 3rd in points. He is in 10th. We see Logan Hagerman, 4th in points. He's in 7th. Brian Nudie, 5th in points. He is 3rd. Gregory Froelich, who is 6th in points. He is in last place, 29th. Colton Kinsey, who is 7th in points. He is right now in the field 15th. We see Brian Merle Jr. in the 74. He's 9th. 8th in points. We see Joseph Wright, who is 9th in points. He is 11th on the track. Dustin Dean, who is 10th in points. He is currently 2nd on the track. TJ Floyd, 11th in points. We have him in the 24th position. And then Eddie Morris, who is 12th in points. He is in 16th at the moment. So that's where all of the playoff drivers currently are in the field. But that is subject to changes. Dustin Dean. Uh-oh. I got to check out a replay for that.
We just had some contact between Greg Froelich and Joseph Wright as well. But Joe was able to hold on to it.
Dustin Dean just... Wait.
Is he hitting pit road?
He hit pit road. I don't know if it was accidental or if this is just part of the strategy.
Well, actually, this is about the time you'd want to be coming in. Last night, they were running about 30 laps, 35 laps on a run, so tires make a big difference here. We'll take a look at the speeds. I mean, Stephen Black's fastest lap of the race has been a 41.66. He's run a 43.31 last time by.
Big difference, big difference.
As now Michael White and Dylan Renning both hit pit road as well. You see the pit road at the bottom. If you see the pit flashing, that means they're on their way to their pit stall. The time you see is their total time on pit road. And where it says pit will turn into the lap time, or the pit stop time when it comes on. Also, David Wright on pit road as well.
The Wright brothers. As Stephen Black has increased his lead to 4 seconds now. As speak of the devil, he's heading on to pit road.
Stephen Black, Kyle Mays, Isaiah Gill, all hitting pit road right here.
So while all this is going on, we got a battle for first between Brian Nudie and Colin Willems. Colin's looking low. Gets a great run in 1 and 2. And he is going to exit with a nose right now over Nudie.
And look at this mess behind them as cars are coming on and off the pit road. These guys are still side by side.
Colin Willems, though, still has the nose at the moment. That 18's looking pretty fast, but Nudie isn't giving up on that high side. Willems goes down on the apron. Great run on the front straightaway. Brian Nudie able to clear Colin Willems and take his lead back.
Right behind him, we got a bunch of cars under a blanket here. You see the 09 He's on fresh tires. Oh, he loses it.
And he gets loose.
But he saves it. But yeah, these cars were just 4 wide a moment ago. See a 17 of Jackson Qualley. He's made his way into this picture. I think Jackson's coming in pit already. No, he's moved himself into the 6th position. He's driving up to the field. No, he is. So isn't Blake
Along
Hens?
with Hagerman and... Bro! Contact between Hagerman and Jackson Qualley.
Brian Nudie on pit road as well. Brian Merrill Jr., Colton Kinsey.
A lot of drivers on pit road right now. Colin Willems, though, staying out. He's got a 2-second lead over second place Devin Buccino.
I think Colin's going to be coming in this time. He just went to the low side to give that indication that he's coming in.
Ooh. I don't know. If he can execute a quick stop, he might come out as the leader.
Yep, here he comes on the pit lane.
Don't speed. Have a nice, fast pit stop.
Right behind him, you see Dylan Redding. I'm sorry, Devin Buccino. I'm going to mix those two up all night long, I'm sure.
Both running the Pelican Snowball cars. Which the thing is, you can actually own your very own Pelican Snowballs in the form of franchising. That is right. So, owning a Pelican Snowball stand can be a rewarding opportunity. Franchising is quickly growing with over 180 locations across the country. Franchise owners have the support of a network of owners and the excitement of connecting to their local community by delivering fun, bold flavors in unique shaved ice. And there's a lot of things: community and local leadership, building and growing your own business, branding elements and marketing support, franchise events, connected community of franchise owners, and rapidly growing brands. So go to Pelican Snow.
Sorry, big block down the backstretch from Dustin Dean on Stephen Black. Stephen Black had a great run. These are your current 2 leaders. Dustin Dean is your leader. Stephen Black is in second, and that was a big block down the backstretch from the 21. And I don't think Stephen is going to appreciate that too much.
Nope, let's see if he can get him back. But as I was saying, head to pelicansnowballs.com, snowballs with an S, and you can actually submit an event request and you can hit a franchise interest form, and you can actually own your very own Pelican Snowball. So, I mean, if that's something that interests you, I know it's gone through my head a couple times.
Stephen Black around the 21 of Dustin Dean to take over the lead now, and these two have a 5-second lead on 3rd place right now.
See if Kyle Mays can get up there. I don't know if he's going to be able to catch up to them. Field is pretty spread out at the moment.
Take a look at our track map and you can see that's exactly what you're seeing. Pretty much the entire field all spread out.
As everybody went into the pits at different times, we see our final driver exit from pit road. So if about lap 21 was when we saw drivers come in, I think our next pit stops will be around lap 42 is when we'll seeing drivers head back in. And then after that, they'll be able to make it on tires for the rest of the race.
You know, I might think if I'm out there, I might try to pit a little bit earlier, see if I can get out there and run some quicker laps. Maybe try to do a little strategy here. Maybe even take 2 tires.
That's not out of the question.
Back here is a battle between Hagerman, Buccino, and Joe Wright. This is for 9th, 10th, and 11th position.
Ooh, let's see. Buccino looking low. Yeah, Buccino is one of our playoff drivers.
All 3 of these guys are playoff drivers.
Oop, there goes Joe looking under Hagerman. Can he get a good run on the front straightaway? He's on that rear quarter panel of Hagerman. Or most people don't know, he is actually known as Logerman.
Logerman back here. Isaiah Gill, Dylan Redding, and that's the 09.
Michael
Michael
White. See what they can do. So Dylan Redding looking low under Gill. Let's see if he can get a good run here on the front straightaway. Oh, they ball! Oh my gosh!
Can Isaiah hold on to it?
Goodness, that was a time right there. So I think the 09 might have gave Isaiah some, no, it happened before that. Yep, they just made some contact on the front straightaway, and that got Isaiah Gill extremely loose. And then the 09 had nowhere to go, right into the back. Or actually, he didn't make any contact to the 2.
And that's really killed the momentum of the 09. So now Colin Willems taking advantage of his misfortune and moving himself up into the 6th position. Again, Colin is locked in to the next round with the win last week. And Cody Moore on YouTube says, best friends Dustin Dean and Stephen Black for the lead. Get out the popcorn. You saw the big block there, so we'll have to see.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen the end between those 2.
Well, right now, Stephen Black has about almost a second lead on Dustin Dean, 0.8 seconds. So
that's subject to change, though, as anything can happen. Stephen Black could get loose, as we saw Isaiah Gill. Of course, that was due to contact. So we're side by side right now between Michael White and Dylan Redding, but Dylan Redding gets clear of Michael White. Michael White falls in behind Colin Willems. Colin Willems looking low under the 11.
Colin's going to take that position away easy with a little slide job here, and he's going to move up into the 5th spot.
We got Joseph Wright, the Minty Elephant, trying to get in front of Michael White.
And Blake Hensley trying to make it 3 wide here on the bottom side.
And he gets clear, Joseph Wright gets clear of Dylan Redding. Let's see if Blake Hensley can do the same. 31 machine. We are about halfway right now to the finish.
I think this would be a good time to pump it up. What do you think?
I do not disagree.
Let's pump up the intensity. Some 3 wide battling for a moment there during our little pump up, but everybody seems to get it going. Stephen Black now just pulling away from Dustin Dean. 2.3 seconds on Dustin Dean. Brian Nudie 5 seconds behind Dustin as Brian Nudie's got a little pressure here from Kyle Mays.
Here we go. Let's see what happens here. That DraftKings car. We got Cody Moore on YouTube saying it's Blink. Hope he has a better experience on pit road tonight. He deserves a good finish. As he's referring to Blink Hensley as that the nickname. He has had a lot of problems with blinking recently.
Yeah, Blink.
I've had to deal with it in the ARCA series, and it gets pretty scary.
Yeah, he lives in the middle of nowhere, so he really doesn't have much of a choice for internet. He's explained that his internet service is honestly not the best, but he does what he can to get out here and try not to mess anybody's races up. And he had the win. I believe he won here in the truck series, if I do remember correctly. And he is currently in the playoff hunt. Oh, yellow is out.
Stony Benfield goes on a wild ride.
Let's see exactly what happened to Stony here. As he was racing side by side with Alan Warnecki. And we see these guys. You see how much those trucks are bouncing around, and I think, yeah, it looks like the Warnecki just bounced a little bit, came down, caught the 75, and
Just a racing deal.
yeah.
It's a shame. Both of them were having a great run.
And Cody, you're right. It was Richmond Cup. He is not in the playoffs here in the truck series. But Colton Kinsey is. Because Colton had that win earlier in the season. And Colton right now,
He's in top 5, 5th place, and now he's all caught up with the rest of the field. Can he get 2 in a row and spoil it for some of the other playoff hopefuls trying to make it to the next round?
as you see everybody coming on the pit road, Stephen Black stays out. Everybody behind him goes in. Now these guys do have 2 extra sets of tires in pit lane, so
Stephen Black, Michael White staying out.
doesn't Brandon White and Sylvan Seguin as the 91 machine of Mike Rentz is going to get the lucky dog here.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at pit road, see who's going to win the race off pit lane here. And it looks like Colin Willems,
Colin Willems.
Joe Wright.
Joe Nudie.
It looks like Devin Buccino, Nudie, then Buccino, Dustin Dean, Hagerman. Let's see the rest of the field peeling off the pit road right now. But up front,
Stephen Black. Him and Michael White stayed out along with Brandon White and Sylvan Seguin.
so when we look at our strategy here, it hasn't really cycled through yet, but these guys are going to be on almost 20 lap old tires where everybody else is going to be on fresh tires. And we've already seen that 20 laps is about 2 seconds a lap slower.
Yep.
Also
Stephen Black was running 43s on old tires.
Yeah. So when these guys come to the green, they're going to have about 25 laps to go. So I think the front three, which ironically are black, white, and white, are going to be in a little bit of trouble. As Blake Hensley back on pit road, coming off of pit road right now, and he's going to be, looks like restarting last.
Sorry to say this, but I gotta go use the restroom. So Josh, you got the call.
10-4. So it looks like the lights on the pace car are off. We're going to re-rack them and get ready to go back green flag racing. With Stephen Black on the inside, Michael White on the outside. Brandon White in third, Colin Willems in fourth. Joe Wright and Brian Newty in the third row. As the pace car gets ready to take that hard left-hand turn on the pit road. Stephen Black is going to lead them to the restart zone. Green flag's in the air. And Stephen Black with a great jump, but you already see Brandon White starting to come to the inside of Michael White. And then you've got your fresh tires back there with Colin Willems. Colin Willems and Dustin Dean side by side. Brian Newty already around. He's going somewheres on those fresh tires. And you're starting to see really what the difference between fresh tires and old tires are about to do is Brian Newty's going to go around Michael White. Almost like he's standing still here. Cody, I agree. If it was a bold move not to pit. You see that on the YouTube chat. And right now, Newty's already moved himself into the third place. It sets his sight on Brandon White.
Dustin Dean moving into the fourth spot. He gets by Michael White and Colin Willems as he sets his sights now on Brian Newty, who's currently battling with Brandon White.
And where those new tires are really going to succeed is right where you see it right there. As we're 3 wide for the lead. Brian Newty on fresh tires. Dustin Dean just scrapes the wall trying to push Brandon White around on that high side, but now Dustin's going to move down to the bottom again. Another car with fresh tires, and you see those fresh tires really making a big difference. Now Dustin Dean dives down to the bottom of the track, all the way down to the apron. Brian Newty up against the wall.
Here he comes. He's got that 21 clear of Brian Newty, new leader Dustin Dean with under 25 laps to go.
Newty really arced that corner to get that hard run down the backstretch, and you can see how much of a run and how much he was able to come right back to the back bumper of Dustin Dean.
Kyle Mays trying to get under Brandon White. He does, and that 55 has turned on the nitro as he's speeding towards Dustin Dean and Brian Newty.
And Newty's now down on the bottom, down all the way to the apron. And I believe Newty's... Caution is
Isaiah
out.
Gill.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, it happened in front of him. Whoa, big wreck. Front straightaway looks like the Suez Canal. Let's see. Fronek looks like.
Oh, wow. Yeah, we see the 31. All right, let's see if we can really dial up what happened right here. Oh.
So you see Colton Kinsey having a dandy old time.
Having the time of his life right here. So we have 3 wide racing. Michael Lawrence on the bottom, Greg Fronek in the middle, Blake Hensley on the high side, and TJ Floyd here. TJ kind of checks up a little bit, and a little contact between the 31 and the 71. And that sends Fronek hard into the wall. And as that happens, they bounce off the track down into Lawrence, right in front of Dylan Redding. And the track, like you said, just gets blocked up. Matt Knight's involved in that as well.
No, not Matt Knights.
Colton Kinsey involved. The 61 of Moore. Eddie Morris got a little piece of that. Isaiah Gill.
Let's just say that was the big one. As we got Stephen Black and the rest of the people who stayed out, along with others going into the pits. Dustin Dean, Brian Nudie, Cal Mays, Joseph Wright, Hagerman, and Brian Merle Jr. stay out.
Yep. Taking a quick look at this from the blimp so we can really see just how fast the track blocked up.
We have some leaked conversation from our YouTube reporter, Mr. Cody Moore. He says the word in the pits is they are banking on yellows the rest of the way, so they are saving a set. Thank you for this information, Cody. So again, looks like they're banking on yellows the rest of the way, which there's a saying, cautions breed cautions, and so far that's been entirely so.
Yeah, we went almost halfway without a caution. Now we've had 2 quick ones.
That's a sign. There's plenty of races where the entire time it's green flag, and then once one caution comes out, it's just a plethora of them.
And Blake Hensley currently being showed 3 laps down. I know Cody Moore said he deserves a good finish. Unfortunately, having some issues again tonight.
Man, he was having a great run. He was up there. But it's Blake Hensley luck for you.
I don't know who's got the worst luck in this league, Blake or Stephen Black.
Stephen Black, I was about to say. It's a hard choice. Steve Black right now, he's got a chance. In 9th place, he's got a lot of spots to make up, but if he can get up there now with fresh tires, get up there past everybody else up to the lead, he might get the win.
Let us know in the comments who you think has the worst luck, Stephen Black or Blake Hensley the last few races.
Or other.
Or other.
I don't know, that might be an idea for a Twitter poll.
There you go.
I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to head on Twitter right now, Intensity Broad 1, and you can vote and give your say.
Brian Nudie currently on the outside with Dustin Dean, your leader. And that I think that high side actually has a little bit of an advantage on the restarts here. If you can time it just right. Because you can keep that thing all wound up on the high side. As the pace car is getting ready to take that hard left-hand turn on the pit road. Dustin Dean leads them back to the restart zone. Green flags in the air. Great jump by Dustin Dean. And they're already spreading out in the back of the field. Colin Willems trying to make a move to the inside here, a little further back, but Dustin Dean with the great run through turns 1 and 2.
Can Nudie go back-to-back in his home state, asked Cody Moore. We shall see. He's right on Dustin Dean's back bumper, looking to make a move right here.
A lot of aggressive moves, especially towards the back part of the pack. Here comes Joe Wright trying to get around Kyle Mays. Kyle gets into the corner just a little bit.
Logerman getting under Jackson Qualley.
And here comes Brian Merle Jr. back there as well. And again, 3 wide. A little further back, Colin Willems stuck in the middle.
Cody Moore says worse luck is Stephen Black. Don't tell him that. If that's your opinion, go check us out on twitter.com. Intensity Broad 1.
We are side by side for the lead right now.
Stony Benfield crashed. We got Sylvan Seguin, Stony Benfield. Cars junked in the grass on the front straightaway.
No,
Dave Wright. And I believe that's Mike Rentz get into it.
No yellow. We're still green. 17 laps to go here. As we got a 3-way battle for the lead. As you see, Kyle May is all over the back bumper of Dustin Dean. Putting the pressure on him while, Nudie gets a little loose there into the corner, slides up the track, and
See, can Dustin Dean hold those two off? Also, though, watch out for Stephen Black. Right now, he's making the pass for fourth, hidden by Ryan Merle Jr., and he does. And so he's going to now try to make his way by Nudie, Kyle Mays, and then finish some unfinished business between him and Dustin Dean. As Kyle Mays right on the... Oh, uh-oh. That ain't good.
Yellow is out.
What happened? Oh, Dylan Redding crashes. Oh, we saw 3-wide racing between, who is that? I believe that's one of the Whites.
That's
Brandon White.
Brandon White here, trying to take it
Warnecki.
3 wide between Warnecki and Dylan Redding, and there just doesn't look like there's enough of a hole here. And a little bit of contact between the 019, and Alan Warnecki right in front of Dylan Redding. Dylan Redding T-bones the 72. 72 almost up on his lid.
Ooh.
And the 72. So we're going to rewind just a little bit and take a look here at the 72, because it looks like the 72 of Warnecki actually came back across traffic here. And
that's a recipe for disaster, and
now he's able to keep it going. So as we go up live here, Dustin Dean staying out. Everybody catches the pace car here, and I'm sure if anybody in the back of the pack right now has some tires, I'm sure we're going to see some takers.
I don't know if this is something to look into. I might try to find stats on this, but who has more led laps? The driver who's actually led the most laps, or the pace car?
Couple cars coming on the pit road. Joe Wright, Hagerman, Eddie Morse, and the entire Intensity Broadcasting crew on pit road.
Interesting. Cody Moore, that's an interesting question. Does anyone have a set left? Is somebody hoarding a set?
Joe does. Joe's tires are up. Eddie Morse's tires are up. Logerman's tires are up. Matt Knights.
Fronek gets back on the lead lap.
So there you go. Couple cars. Still had some tires left. As we got about 14 laps to go, and we'll take a quick look at the strategy here for a second. And yeah, I mean, 13 laps for the leaders. You saw how much faster those tires were for Stephen Black than those cars on 13-lap old tires. So, yeah, I imagine that Joe and Logerman and all them guys that just pit and had tires are going to be coming back up through the field, as we're going to have about 12 laps to go when we retake the green.
I think, yeah, Cody Moore, I agree with you. The drivers with fresher tires are gonna. It's gonna be a very, very, very noticeable difference with those drivers that just took some tires. They're gonna fly up the field like a rocket.
And it's not just that the tires are faster, but they feel better. And that's the important part, is the lights on the pace car turn off. You're able to hold the car and put the truck cars, as Joe would say, you're able to put your truck where you want to put it. You're not dictating where the tires want to run. You're not looking for grip. You have grip. Not just that, but you don't have to lift. You can get into the corner so much harder. You can get through the corner so much harder. You can get off the corner so much better. And that's where the speed comes from.
Sure.
So if we have a green flag run to the end, those guys with the fresh tires, I mean, they're sitting back Right now, they're sitting back 16th, 17th, 18th place. But, yeah, I think that they're going to be in good shape here. Really, really good shape here.
Yeah, I'm excited to watch how Joe, Logan, Eddie Morris, how they all can make their way up to the field. And whether the leaders, Dustin Dean, Kyle Mays, Brian Newty, are going to be able to fend them off. And again, this is for a chance to advance into the round of 8.
As the pace car gets ready to take that hard left-hand turn onto pit road. Dustin Dean leads him to the restart zone. Green flags in the air. There they go. And Dean with a great jump here on Kyle Mays. Stephen Black already to the outside in that 4th position, trying to make those fresh tires work.
Brian Newty. Brian Newty on the bottom gets clear of Kyle Mays, so he's going to now try to track down Dustin Dean for the lead, but Stephen Black, here he comes.
And there's
the pass. Brian Newty looking under Dustin Dean. He knows that he's got limited time as there's Stephen Black right on his back bumper, and you also see
Devin Bacino all the way down to the apron.
I haven't said his name in a while, but here he is peeking back. He started the race in 2nd.
They're 3 wide behind the battle for 1st.
Goodness, that is a sight right there.
Big block and some big moves behind him as well, as they're still 3 wide for 2nd place. I see Stephen Black really hugging that white line, able to keep it down as we're coming to 10 laps to go. Great race. Here comes Isaiah Gill looking underneath Brian Merle Jr. here. And Colton Kinsey. I'm sorry, that's Jackson Qualley coming on late in the run as well. Kyle Mays, Dustin Dean side by side for the lead. Kyle Mays now shaking it up for the lead.
This is getting intense.
It looks like Stephen Black's giving Dustin Dean the business down the backstretch. A little bit of bump draft in his. Oh, Kyle Mays pushes up the track. That's going to allow Stephen Black to get to the inside, down on the bottom.
3 wide
for the lead.
Oh boy.
Down to the stripe. Who's going to lead this lap? It's going to be
Stephen Black.
Stephen Black, but they're still 3 wide. And here comes Newty back into the picture on that high side. Isaiah Gill, they're 4 wide behind with TJ Floyd, Colin Willems back there, Brian Merle Jr. And here comes Joseph Wright starting to come into the picture now with those fresh tires. Oh, Brian Merle throws a big move down, try to get underneath Colin Willems.
This is a big mess of race cars right now. Race truck. Side by side, Stephen Black, Dustin Dean. We've seen these two battle before.
4 wide.
Behind them, this is like a flyby almost.
And this track is just so wide. These guys are able to put the cars wherever they want to put them.
If you look from if you look from rear chase from Dustin Dean, it's like it's crazy.
As we saw Michael Provolt in the 95 all over the place. He was trying to catch that car all the way down the backstretch. He does. 3 wide again. As Stephen Black. Oh, gets turned! Oh no!
Oh my gosh! Oh my.
They're still wrecking.
No way.
We'll have to sort this one out here as there was a lot going on here. Now we're gonna have to sort this one out because there's I want to make sure I can find a good view of this to figure out exactly what happened here. We're gonna take a look from the chopper view because I think the chopper is gonna give us the best look at this. As Dustin Dean and Stephen Black battling for the lead. And you see him 3 wide behind. Dustin comes down just to try to get that little bit of draft, and looks like he flips Stephen Black, sends him across the track. And then it just unfolds in front of him. The track just blocks, and you see Joe Wright all the way down through the grass trying to avoid it.
I'm without words right now.
Yeah, and Joe gets pummeled right here by White.
This just knocked out, and this just destroyed and shattered a ton of drivers' playoff hopes. I mean, again, I don't know what to say, except for Cody Moore sums it up, drama on YouTube.
I mean, this is real time, and you can just see it's just, there's nowhere to go. And
It's chaos. Oh my gosh.
I'll tell you what, somebody who had the worst luck through this one was Joseph Wright.
He had fresh tires.
Well, not just that, but if we look at Joseph Wright, I want to ride along with Joseph Wright here. See if we can go back and take a ride with him. And we'll go
Dustin.
right on the roll bar. You can see Joe dives down to the grass. He is through it. And then just gets clobbered.
Oh my gosh. And Dustin Dean says on YouTube, net code for days. I mean, if you look at the replay, I'm going to play devil's advocate here. I mean, it kind of looked like there was some net code a little bit. Cody Moore says Logerman made it through. Yes, he did. He's in 5th place right now, but right now in the lead is Devin Buccino.
And the real question is, who was able to get their truck fixed? See, Joe Wright got a fresh truck. Brian Newdy's got a fresh truck. Looks like everybody's pretty much got fresh trucks. So because of the long green flag runs early in the race, everybody's still got fresh trucks. So we have everybody out there with brand new trucks here.
Again, I'm still trying to wrap my head around what just happened.
Well, we're going to have 4 laps to go now. Unless we get caught,
shootout.
unless we get a green-white checker, but these guys are starting to ramp up the intensity as well.
I love green-white checker. If I was race control, I'd delay it for another lap. Just to have a green-white checkered. That would be amazing. Or you'd have to delay it for 2 laps.
Yep, so Devin Buccino and Isaiah Gill, front row. TJ Floyd, Colin Willems in second. This is a major shakeup in the point stands right now, too. Logan Hager and Jackson Qualley. Pace car pulls off.
Here we go.
Buccino gets going. Green flag in the air, and Buccino gets a great jump. Isaiah Gill does not get the start that he wanted. He's got TJ Floyd all over the back. Here comes Colin Willems trying to get around TJ. And TJ's got a little bit of damage here. I don't know how much that's going to affect him right here. Is Buccino starting to pull away a little bit?
TJ Floyd is the biggest mover of the race. He's moved up 24 positions, started the race in 27th, trying to fight his way in to the round of 8. But he's got Colin Willems heading under that 49.
Yeah, but here comes Logan Hagerman as well. But, I mean, TJ just needs a good finish. If he finishes top 10, he's got a good chance to move on because of where everybody else is on the field.
Sure.
Devin Buccino getting a mirror full of Isaiah Gills. Isaiah looks to the inside with 3 laps to go, side by side for the lead. Here we go.
Isaiah Gill gets a great run.
Oh, but Devin Buccino gets back to the gas so much better through the middle of the corner. They're still side by side down the backstretch.
Let's see, can Isaiah Gill get a great run in 3 and 4? Maybe. Learn from what happened in 1 and 2. See if he
And
can get in the gas a little bit earlier than Buccino.
Oh, look now. Here comes Hagerman and Colin Willems as well. On fresher tires, they're trying to get back up here as well as they're still side by side. Popsicle sticks are in the air. 2 to go. Is it going to be Buccino? Is it going to be Gill? Is it going to be Willems or Hagerman?
I don't know. It's anybody's game right now. We got
Colin Willems to the
4
high side. 3 wide.
and there's only 2 laps to go for points. Points is on the line. Side by side. Can Gill get below Buccino?
Gill's got a little bit of help from Hagerman here. Hagerman might be able to give a little bump draft down the straightaways. We're coming to the white flag.
Isaiah Gill gets clear.
There will be no green-white checker. White flag is in the air. And they're 3 wide for second place as Isaiah Gill's loving to see that in his mirror as he's going to try to block low on Hagerman. Hagerman to the inside. Hagerman's got the position.
Hagerman gets clear second place. Can he get up past Isaiah Gill?
Buccino back to the inside of Hagerman. Hagerman was really, really loose there as they come down the backstretch. Oh, low contact.
And bang! Logan Hagerman looks low under Isaiah Gill. What's gonna happen here? Isaiah Gill off of 4. He's got a great run. Gill's Dump Truck Service Pizzeria number 2 machine crosses the line in first place. Wow.
What an incredible finish. Wow. Isaiah Gill, your winner.
That means that he's going to be advancing to the round of 8 automatically. Logan Hagerman gets a good performance.
Hagerman was in the green already, so he should be locked in no problem. Devin Buccino, he was in the green, so he's going to be advancing on. Brian Nudi finishes in 10th.
He should be good.
Fronek having a real bad run, finishes 23rd. I believe he's unfortunately going to be out. Colton Kinsey, where'd Colton finish?
He finished.
Colton did not race. No, he did. I'm sorry. He's in 15th. So it's going to be tough for him. Brian Merle Jr. in 12th. So we'll have to see if we can get some point standings. But right now it looks like on the outside looking in for sure are going to be Fronek, Dustin Dean, TJ Floyd.
And Gill's
Oh, no.
burning it down.
I take that back. TJ Floyd finished in 9th, so he might be. It's going to be tough. Nick Mather says, what a finish it was. Cody Moore says, Logerman definitely cut him a break. Yes, he did. What a great finish here is. I'm sure we're going to hear Isaiah Gill say he just bought the track, too.
Whoa.
I'm going to put that. I'm going to say that before he says it, so.
We got Logerman in the booth.
So wait for Colin Willems to come in here and.
That the bot squad is very, very happy.
Top 3 podium finish for Colin Willems tonight. So let's
After
take
a
a
win
look.
last week.
Yeah, let's take a look at the final results here. While we wait for everybody to get into the booth, Isaiah Gill, your winner. Logan Hagerman, Colin Willems, Devin Buccino, Jackson Qualley, top 5. Great little run for Jackson there with a top 5 finish. Michael Provolt, Brandon White, Alan Warnecki, TJ Floyd, Brian Nudi, your top 10. Eddie Morris, Brian Merrill Jr., Stephen Black, James Moore, Colton Kinsey, Mike Rentz, Derek Chaput, Joe Wright, Dustin Dean, and Matt Knights make up your top 20, and we'll dial up Colin Willems right now.
Let's do it.
Colin, you got Atlee and Josh in the booth. You got us?
10-4, guys. How you doing?
Man, what a finish. I mean, you guys were beating and banging out there, trying to do what you could to get to the end. Strategy, tires. I mean, This race kind of had it all coming to the end. That late race caution that wiped out the field. I mean, what was your strategy from the beginning of the race and to get where you were?
Strategy was to do the opposite tire management than I did last night. And it seemed to work out better for me tonight. I rolled the dice a bit, and when the second caution came out, took fuel only, hoping for a caution a little later on. It came a little sooner than I hoped, but definitely happy with that finish.
So coming into that final lap, I mean, what was going through your head? Did you think you were going to be able to catch them, maybe potentially get the win?
It's tough to say. Coming out of two, either on the white flag or the lap before, felt like we were four wide or pretty close to. I was on the outside with some momentum. So, yeah, I figured at any point in the last two laps there, that could have been anybody's race. But I got to say, shout out to Devin, Isaiah, and Logan for keeping that clean. That was some of the most fun I've had all year, those last two laps there.
Awesome, man. Well, we know the bot squad was pulling for you hard, especially that new bot you have there, Brian Canuti. Didn't know who'd you want to thank tonight, or have anyone special you want to thank?
Yeah, of course. I'll thank Cassie and Nick and Cora. And Nudie, he's the cheapest bot, kind of defective, but he works. No, yeah, thanks to everyone out there. Thanks to everyone in the league and you guys as well.
Awesome, man. Well, congratulations on your third place finish. We know you were already locked in, so great job. We'll see you next week as the round of 8 start.
Take care, guys.
Now we're going to bring in our second place finisher, Mr. Logan Hagerman. Logan, you got Josh Natley in the booth. You got us?
I got you guys.
Man, what a wild finish tonight. I mean, another great finish for you. That's back-to-back great finishes for you in the Cup and the Truck Series now. I mean, we were speechless coming to the end there. Just a great race and the job that you guys did, the respect that you had for Isaiah there at the end, because you could easily turned him towards the end of the race. What was your strategy there at the end?
Well, I wanted to kind of get off secrets with the. I want to get on. I didn't want to get the same strategy as the leaders. So Joe and I kind of pit it with the second last caution there, got tires. So I felt like I was on the freshest tires, but it was so hard to pass everybody because they were like 4 wide, 3 wide there before that Dustin Dean accident. And then once that accident happened, I'm lucky that I made it through that because I didn't have a fast repair left. And then that set me up for the finish there. And that was a great finish. I thought for a second going into 3 when Isaiah came down, I thought for a second I should just stay in it and hit him, but I was nice this time.
Now, we were looking, and it looked to me you could be full throttle most of the time. I mean, how is throttle control looking for you here at Auto Club?
You could be full throttle, but I was definitely lifting a bit on the early runs because I didn't want to wear out my tires. And then on the long runs, I was even hitting the brakes just a bit just to slow it down going in.
Before we thank I know you have some thank yous you want to give out, but before we do that, have you spoke to Grandma Hagerman? Is she okay? I know that was a wild finish at the end. She was probably on the edge of her seat.
Yeah, she texted me. She said, "Wow, second place, great finish, congrats. Definitely in the playoff spot. Woo-woo." So
awesome.
Congrats. Appreciate it.
Awesome.
And so now should be in the playoffs for ARCA, Truck, and Cups. So that's pretty exciting.
Awesome. Anybody you'd like to thank tonight? Any shout outs you want to give?
I got to thank you guys up in the booth and at 10 City Racing.
Awesome, man. Again, congratulations on the second place finish and good luck in the next round of the playoffs.
All right, thanks, guys.
And finally, the man of the hour, Isaiah Gill. Isaiah, it's Josh Natley in the booth. You got us?
Hello?
Hey, what's going on, man? Great win tonight. That was an intense finish at the end. I'm sure you saw that in the mirror as they were 4 wide at one point behind you. Logan said that he gave you, could have gave you the bumper at the end there. Were you worried about him giving you that bumper and moving you, or did you know that he was just going to give you the spot?
Yeah, I was definitely worried about it. I mean, when you have people like Brian Canuti in the league, you just got to expect the bumper every week. And yeah, I was expecting it. He didn't get a shout out to him for not giving me it. But yeah, I was sending it 3 wide on the last one. Shouldn't have made it through that Dustin Dean wreck, but got lucky and did and put me in a great spot.
So coming into that final stretch of laps, I mean, what was going through your head? What was going to be your strategy to get the win?
Ride the wall. That was it. That was always going in my head was ride the wall.
Now, yeah, you look like you're pretty comfortable at this track. I don't know. Have you raced this track before? Is this one of your favorite tracks to drive?
No, I actually just bought the track.
There,
So yeah, never ran it before.
we thought that.
Yeah, we figured as much. 'Cause it seems like whenever you just buy the track, you always have a great run. So, anybody you'd like to thank tonight?
I'd like to thank you guys for everything you do and making a great broadcast. Vicky Smith, Brian Canuti, and my team owner, and my teammates, TJ Floyd, and the rest of the guys.
Awesome, man. Well, again, congratulations on the win. Moving on to the next round of the playoffs in the round of 8, and we'll have to see how that works out for you. Good luck in the next round.
Thank you.
So looks like Max Leclerc just posted some quickly done points.
Yep, I was just about to bring that up. So let's see.
4 drivers that are out are Dustin Dean, TJ Floyd, Eddie Morris, and Joseph Wright. So those 4 are currently out, and the people who are moving on to the round of 8 are Froelich, Colton Kinsey, Brian Merle Jr., Brian Nudie, Logan Hagerman, Devin Buccino, and then Colin Willems and Isaiah Gill, of course, because they both won races.
Which is awesome for them. So next week, we move on to the next round of the playoffs. It's going to be at Texas Motor Speedway.
Oh boy.
That's going to be a lot of fun. Another fast, wide track, uniquely shaped. I know it looks just like Atlanta and Charlotte, but it drives nothing like them. So we'll have to see. And then after that, we move on to the Roval, which will be a cutoff race. And then our final race at Las Vegas. So some excitement coming up the next couple of races. I can't wait. Atlee, could you plan on a better finish tonight?
I mean, with the 4-5 wide action, the big Dustin Dean wreck, I mean, that was I couldn't have asked for a better race. I mean, that was nuts.
Well, Atlee, why don't you take us on home?
Well, thank you everyone for tuning in to watch the broadcast here on Intensity Broadcasting. As always, make sure to like, follow, and subscribe to Intensity Broadcasting on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook would be greatly appreciated as we are on the road to 2,000 followers on Facebook and 1,000 on Twitch and YouTube. So make sure to drop a follow. And also check us out on Twitter. I got a Twitter poll up right now as I did it during the broadcast. So check us out on there, Intensity Broad 1. We're on the road to 50 followers right now. We're at 23. So hit us up on Twitter. I'm Atlee Etman-Weason on behalf of the entire Intensity Broadcasting team. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Over and out.